Hello everybody and welcome back to another Fig review. It's Joseph. So I got the Joesph Joestar Nendoroid. Very exciting. I like Jojo. Part 2 was my favorite part for a very long time. Probably still is, if I'm gonna be honest. I don't really know which one's my favorite at this point because I'm not good at picking favorites. But I do love part 2. I love Joesph. I love Ceasar. Hopefully we'll have Ceasar to look at in a future video. But as for right now, we just have the lovely Jojo. We're gonna open up, take a look, have some fun. Really quick before we do fully open it too, something that I noticed when I first pulled it out. It's small, but it's a nice detail that you don't see in a lot of Nendoroids. The packaging, you can see obviously is highlighting. There is like the embossing on the side. So you have like the necklace and just the cool design here. I'm always really bad at knowing what the words are, but you can see that there's like the text on like the top and the bottom, like on the white print. So pretty cool. Ta-da! So nothing fancy on the top, which is odd. I feel like normally there's like text or something on here, but no big deal. And a quick spin around of him in the blister packaging. Wow, 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 wow. Nothing crazy here. Now he has, for the actual box, they've got just like a plain olive green. So, he's open. All right, so we'll first pull the lovely Joesph out. I don't know if lovely is the right word. Ba, 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 ba. Look at him. It's Joesph. Yes. Now, for Nendoroid, I mean, he's got a lot of stuff going on for his hair, like all the extra spikes and stuff. Now, I think it's odd. I won't lie, I feel like some of the pieces are a little bit strange, and I don't know if that's got something to do maybe with like the headband or something. I'll check on that later. But anyways, for him, we've got his normal cute standard face. Wow, wow, wow. Now he's got a lot of articulation here. Of course, the standard normal head stuff. He's got mid torso or like chest. It really doesn't move it a whole lot. You can see it kind of gives him a little bit of bend on the top half, but not anything too crazy. He has the forearm bend and of course the elbow bend. Oh, we're just gonna pretend that didn't happen. I won't lie, just really quick because I'm messing around with it. I feel like the arm bend and the elbow joint isn't the best that I've seen for a Nendoroid articulation. I don't super love the way it looks, and I think personally, even though I know, you know, Jojo, we want to have like superposability because of how weird and crazy they are. I feel like with his bare arms, it probably would have benefited more from just a set of arms instead of articulation, especially because this articulation, I mean, it's not fantastic. I mean, we already saw this pop out. So we got his waist though, his little belt, very cute. He does have a knee bend though, and a small amount of back and forth on his feet, and of course the normal like swivels and stuff, but oh, that doesn't look good. But yeah, there he is, pretty standard, depending on which Nendoroids you're comparing him to. I know for the Overwatch ones, I'm really used to seeing articulated Nendoroids, so that's just how it is. Probably not the prettiest for articulation, if I'm gonna be honest. These are pretty large joints, but anyways though, we got Joesph on standby so we can look at his faces and accessories. In the meantime, we'll do a couple basic poses. They did a pretty good job of like, I think, wrapping stuff up, which I do find odd. You don't usually see things this well prepped. Each of the faces are in an individual bag, which you'll oftentimes see stuff get protected, but this is definitely to a different level than you see normally. But we've got his yelling face, and then here it is inside the actual plate with no extra accessories. And then we have his like little smirk face, very cute, very cute. And there he is with it on, of course. Very nice. Now some of the less exciting accessories. Boom, boom, boom. We got 2 pointer fingers. Pretty standard, but you can see obviously it's got like his little gloves and the little knuckles on there. We of course then have 2 open palm hands. You can't have a pack without 2 open palms and 2 closed palms. Pretty standard for hands. He does, however, have more interesting accessories. We've got his little clackers, his little balls. So there they are. They got the little J on there, little J for Joesph, and there's a little hole on top so you can just link it onto one of his fingers. Then he does also have, of course, his fantastic scarf, which I am definitely going to be posing him with, so we will see that later. But there it is, freeform. And then, and this is in 2 parts. He has the Ceasar! Ceasar headband! There's the front part that goes onto his forehead, and then there's the back piece, which maybe is why that one piece of hair is detached. Now that I think about it, this probably plugs into that point. It's all coming together now, you know? But that's everything that he comes with. Now I just gotta figure out, you know, how I want to pose him, and then of course we'll do final thoughts. We'll go with the smirking face. He's really got a lot of good faces though. Like all of them have expressions. Even his standard face, I think that's nice that it has that like touch. It's not just like a normal basic smile or like a, you know, a deadpan face. He's actually got an expression. So that is nice. So then for anyone that was going to be curious, of course, there is Joesph with the scarf on. Wow. So now for the front piece, something a little bit, I guess, maybe unexpected. You can only attach this, of course, to Joseph's head. So this is not transferable to other Nendoroids, but you would just take it and then there are 2 pegs here that you plug it into. Pretty simple, but the more you know. Part 1 done. All right, now this is the weird part. We gotta take out that one little piece of hair. Ow, ow, it hurts my hand. Oh. It's free. Look at that. You have a hole in your head. Bonk. That's it. It's in. Look how good that looks already. Hold on. It's just gotta be done all together. I just have to do it. Ceasar! Okay. Anyways, back to the pose I'd like to do. I want to have him fighting. Now, one thing I noticed for Joesph, which isn't crazy good with his arms, they can only move back and forth up on the shoulder. You can't have them go out. So like I can't pose his arm like this, like how my finger is. I feel like they probably could have found a way, or maybe given like separate arm attachments, because he's pretty limited for his arm movements in that regard. I'd like to have his hand extended and I can't. Joesph! Look at him! It's the boy! So, it's Joesph. This is very exciting for me. I'm glad to officially have my first Jojo figure. Corey has his millions and millions of the super action statues, but I do not, of course. So this is nice. It's a nice Jojo figure, and it's Joesph. He was my first favorite Joe, so, you know, it was the only one that I'd watched for a really long time. But now I understand. At least for this Nendoroid, though, definitely, I feel like much less accessories than what I'm kind of getting used to for some Nendoroids. This is all of the accessories on him, minus, of course, just the extra like 2 faces and like the hands. I can't just pose him with all of his hands and all of his faces, but like the headband, the scarf, the clacker, that's everything he came with. I mean, maybe he could have come with like one of the other just weird parts, like maybe if like he came with like the guns or the grenades, smaller stuff. I think that could have just kind of brought this up just one more step, where I couldn't literally use all of his accessories, and maybe one thing would still be in the box, if that makes sense. But still, nice overall. The joints were a little bit odd. I think there could have been some improvements for like the posability on the arm, and obviously we saw my elbow joint was not in its best shape. Sucks to suck. But I'm still very happy. He had really great facial expressions, and like literally all of them. Even his normal face I still think is more expressive than what you see for most Nendoroids. Still happy. It's still Joesph. It's a win at the end of the day because it's Joesph. Obviously, I'll be posting more pictures on my Instagram. That's at Desunasis, so go and check that out. Just as a general shout out again, I am trying to do Twitter, so if you have one of those, you can follow me over there. It'll be a mix of art and just you know, video announcements, but in case if you like me or something. Yeah, I think that's everything. Obviously I appreciate you guys for watching to the end of the video. You guys are the best, but I hope you have a great rest of the week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Nice!